Here back from CNH Small Engine again for another informative repair video. This video deals with my Mosin Headspace and my M44, one of the M44s. I got a part here in the mail to test the headspace here. It's called an Oki gauge. It's a headspace gauge. It's a no-go gauge. Basically, Oki headspace gauges make 3 different types. They make you dumbass. They make 3 different types. They make a go, a no-go, and a field gauge. Sorry about that. This thing's so small, it's like smaller than a friggin' dime. So they make 3 different gauges. They make a go, a no-go, and a field gauge. Basically, the go gauge is primarily meant for if you're rebarreling or you're putting a new chamber on your firearm. The no-go gauge, like this one, is meant for if you're shooting new premium ammunition, brand new made production ammunition through a old specific gun. The field gauge is mainly meant for shooting corrosive ammunition, for, like, surplus ammunition, like Mosin NAGANT ammunition is like surplus stuff from like the 70s. So basically, how this functions is it tests the it tests the headspace on it. It has 2 little dimples on this one right here. Basically, it designates it as a no-go gauge. These things are about 40, I think about what, 40, 45 bucks a gauge, but they are very valuable to have, because if your headspace is off, your gun can possibly have backfire on it. It can backfire through your breech on there, and the gas can come out towards you as opposed to the other end of the firearm. So it's always best to check your headspace whenever you're changing out your bolt components on your bolt, like your firing pin, your head, your bolt head, your extractor, any type of components on your firearms bolt. Basically, how these things work is you put these small, see, look at that Pac-Man right here. Basically, that groove fits into where the extractor part is, just like that on here. Fits in there just like that on the extractor part, and you shove it up inside your gun. So I'm going to take my gun out of the bag here, and I'm going to show you how these things actually work. Basically, this specific one works by if your gauge is not closed, meaning if your bolt, when you're trying to lock the bolt up in the lock position like you're ready to fire, if it does not lock all the way, your chamber and your headspace is okay for that. So we're going to do that here right now. So I'll show you how to do that on your own specific Mosin NAGANT out there, like I have here. Let me get this thing out of the damn case. Okay, there we go. Get up there. Get up here. Get out of there. Okay. Okay, there we go. You got your part. Basically, what you do is you uncaulk the bolt just like so. Like I am. I have my new head, part of the head in here, right here, the bolt face right here. This one right here is my old one for this specific gun. It has a lot of pitting and corrosion around the head on here for that. So I put another head off one of my other guns in here, because I have a couple spare just sitting around over here, because anytime I might need parts, I just order a couple on eBay or whatnot. So I'll show you here how to do it. Basically, what you do is you line the gun up straight and down just like so. You push your let me see if I can get a better picture for you guys. You push your bolt up to right about here. So as long as it's away from the repeater for the firing mechanism right here, for it, just head up above where your where your stripper clips are right here. Just have your bolt head stick up above right about there, just like that, and head vertical just like that as well too, because these things may fall out of your gun and you do not want that to happen. So you just have to pick it up again and retry it all over again. So put this thing in your gun with the two tip parts facing up. You'll see like 2 little nibs right there, and then the back side has 54R designating this is a proper head space gauge for the Mosin NAGANT caliber, which is 7.60 by 54R, the rimmed cartridge. So you just drop it down and have the Pac-Man part facing the extractor, just like that. You have the Pac-Man part fitting right into where the slot where the extractor goes right there. And then you just slide it up into your chamber right there. Just our parts out of the way. Keep it strapping down and attempt to lock it in position. See, mine, it's not locking all the way in position. It's only going about maybe halfway right there and stopping. So my headspace with the new bolt looks good to me for that. So it's staying in position, so that's good to me, and that's good to know right there for that. So my bolt, the bolt head on here should be fine. This is the old one right here. I have the new one currently in there, and it's basically ready to go for the range to shoot new production ammunition such as like Wolf, Golden Bear, Brian Bear, new PPU ammunition out there. My gun shot perfectly fine with the old head in here, but this one's getting a lot of pitting on the bolt face up here, and I don't want anything bad to happen. So I had another spare bolt sitting around here from one of my other guns that had problems with it. So I just put the bolt head in this one right here, and just tried it out right here now, and you can see it works basically perfect on here for that. So if you want to take it out of relatively easy, you can just unslide the bolt out of the gun right here. Just put the trigger mechanism in fire position and slide it right out, just like so. Then just drop it right out, just like that, and then put the bolt right back up in the gun again, and lock it in position just like so, just like that. So that basically works fine, and that's how it should work on there for you. I'll show you again how to do it again here, just to show you again, because some people might want to just have a better review of it again. All you do is take the headspace gauge. You have the little Pac-Man teeth right there. That lines up with your extractor. You just put straight down onto the bolt face right there, and you line the pin part up where it has the extractor little knobs, the Pac-Man looking thing right there. And you put the strap into the gun, and you cock it, and you see how mine, it's not closing all the way, it's closing only partially, and it's stopping right there. I'm having resistance. They says do not attempt to slam it into gear right there, and just pull it right back out just like so, and that's how the part should work right there. These are invaluable, and if you do have a Mosin NAGANT and you do have, you're like swapping out parts with and stuff like that, it's highly recommended you get a headspace gauge like this. I recommend getting the no-go gauge and the field gauge if you want to. Basically, you can get either gauge or you can get both. Since I shoot new production ammunition there, I opted to get the no-go gauge as well, or this is the only one I got. I didn't want to get this the field gauge, because the field gauge is slightly less forgiving than the no-go gauge, so that's another alternative if you're only going to shoot corrosive surplus ammunition out there. So if you're going to shoot brand new ammunition and surplus ammunition, get the no-go gauge, as I have right here. It has the two dimples on it. It's a no-go gauge. They're about 40 bucks a piece, I think. And anybody has any questions, as usual, just give me a call back here, and I can answer any questions you might have about this. If you need any more help or assistance or whatnot for your gun, and I'll be happy to answer what you have for your gun. I'll see you guys.